Welcome to our very first Christmas video of 2024. If you love budget-friendly DIY design and decor, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know every time we upload a video. Every time I go to the thrift store, I make sure I make a donation, and that way I get one of these great coupons. Today, I'm looking for a few things that I can flip and turn into beautiful home decor for the holidays. I feel like this could be a cloche. Let's just take a peek. What do you think? I kind of love the texture on it. And I think with something really beautiful, a kind of finial on top, I think so. So many baskets. Look at that. That's pretty. That's huge. But not what I'm looking for. The store has a year-round Christmas section, which I totally love because sometimes just in the middle of the year, you just want to feel surrounded by Christmas. But today we are trying to find things that are non-Christmas to turn into really cool Christmas items. Today, it was my goal to spend less than $20 on a few home items that I could turn into great Christmas decor. And thanks to that coupon, I even got a couple of extras. We are gonna make the easiest, the simplest thrift store marriage of pieces. It's gonna be super cool. So last week when I found this piece at the thrift store, I wasn't exactly sure what it was. I actually thought, okay, let me show you. So this piece was inside this piece, and I believe this is how it is used. And it's beautiful, and it's very heavy. But I thought, that's kind of dull. Anybody could put a candle in that and call it a day. But if I have a whole bunch of pieces at home, could I turn this into a cloche? So I have this candle plate thing that was 50 cents. This, which I splurged and spent $7 on. And I have this old Dollar Tree jar, which I actually thrifted, but you can tell from the tag it's from Dollar Tree, and the lid never fit. It's missing its rubber ring, and I didn't notice when I bought it, so I've never used it for anything. So we're gonna set that aside. We're gonna clean these pieces, and we are gonna stack them up and make the most beautiful cloche, which will be fabulous year-round, but stunning for Christmas. Let's get started. I've taken these downstairs and washed them really well in really hot, soapy water. And then I'm going to be using these tiny little crazy glue. This is great because my E6000 is basically putty. It is so dried up. And these teeny tiny little ones that I remembered I have will do the trick, and then I won't have to worry about sealing it up after. So we're gonna put this on this piece. I am gonna put just a couple of dabs of hot glue so it has something to hold on to. Whoops, okay, that was a little bit more liquidy than I thought. Not a heavy user of crazy glue. Okay, and then the hardest thing is just going to be to center this right on top. I always like to turn it around and make sure I've got it just in the right place. Okay, that one's done. Now this one. Now I gotta tell you guys, I was hoping to use it this way with the nice big plate right up top. That fit absolutely perfectly. This, however, did not fit. Ooh, hold on. I was doing it this way. Should I do it this way? Ooh, I think I just had a moment. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna put it on that way. And same thing, crazy glue, some hot glue, and I think this is gonna stick really, really well. Oh, I'm so glad that worked out because I was really hoping for that nice flat side of the plate to be what we were gonna use today. Okay, so again, just literally one drop of hot glue on either side. just to hold on to it while it sets up, and make sure we've got it right in the middle. Beautiful. I am so excited to get this all styled up. So we're gonna let this sit for a while, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna style it all up and make it super pretty. I love how simple, classic, and elegant this looks just on its own, but then all I had to do was add one battery-operated candle and it is beautiful. For my next thrift store marriage, we have this really pretty vase, which was $2.99. I've got this wooden plate serving thing. I'm thinking it probably had a cloche on it at some point, and that was $2.99 as well. And you can tell from this tag, it's been kicking around for a while. And I have a curtain finial, all thrifted and all we're gonna turn into something really fun. Now, again, the vase is beautiful, and I think we could use it just like this and made a nice little wintry scene inside. But I think as a cloche, it is so much better. And then we're gonna take that and put it right on top. But what do we have to do first? Well, we're gonna have to marry these two pieces together. So I did consider trying to sand this and getting a nice natural finish, maybe trying the oven cleaner method, but you know what? I wanted to do these quick and easy. So I think what we're gonna do is just paint both white, do a little antiquing on it, and we're gonna call it a very quick DIY. So let's get started. So I was just about to start painting when I remembered that I had these half round beads from the dollar store, $1.25 for these. Can you even imagine? And I don't know, how are we feeling about the beads? I'm not over it. I always love a nice beaded trim. Should we just do it? Yeah, let's do it. While I wouldn't usually use crazy glue to put these on, I have a little bit left over in this tube and I can't reseal it. So, oh, maybe I don't have anything left in this tube. Let's see. All right, so the wood is just absorbing it. So take two, we're going back to hot glue. I just want to make sure I'm pushing them up tight against each other and making them even over the edge. Do have a little bit of hot glue squeezing out, so I'm going to have to go back and fix that after. Now, what are the chances that that was going to fit perfectly around? I thought I would have to do a little spacing on one of the last ones, and I didn't. So we're going to get both of these painted the same, and then we're going to go over them with some antiquing wax. Got everything painted, gave it a little sand because I love how with chalk paint it gets a little bit silky after you sand it. And then I literally reached for my antiquing wax and it is gone. Like, it is not where it is supposed to be or anything. So that was roadblock number one. And instead I'm going to switch it up and use this Fusion stain and finishing oil. It's a beautiful color called Driftwood. I hope it works. My plan is just to brush a little bit on and then wipe it off with some cheesecloth. I also added a screw to the bottom of this so it would give me something to hold on to. I've used this oil plenty of times on past projects and I do love it. It is the most gorgeous color, but I've just never used it with the this particular chalk paint, so I have no idea how it will work. Well, yeah, I like that. Like, a lot. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so a little goes a long way. Okay, I don't want it to sit too long, so I'm going to start wiping this off. And yeah. Don't you love it when a last minute plan post roadblock comes together? I do. Wow, I love that. You guys, I am seeing a Christmas look come together here that I don't know that I would have thought of. But holy cow, do I love this. Oh. Okay, we're going to let this dry. Oh, look what I did. Okay, what a dolt. All right. Oh, no. Oh. What's that expression? Fail to plan, plan to fail? Okay. All those little spots on the side where I sanded it, I thought they were stains and I had completely wrecked it. Okay. So it's probably only my worktop that's destroyed, but we'll be okay. I'm going to start putting this together really, really soon. I'm just going to give that a couple of minutes to set up. Okay, this is set for a few minutes, so I'm going to attach the top. I'm going to do what I did on the other one. I'm going to use my crazy glue and a couple of dots of hot glue just to help it set up. I got it all over my fingers, so I'm really not happy about that. All right, generous amount of crazy glue. All right. I always look at the red stuff when I'm thinking Christmas, and I don't know why, because we almost never use red in our home. I'm gonna head down to the junk at the back and see if there's anything interesting. So if you were here for a beyond super quick, cheap and easy DIY, then you absolutely landed in the right spot today, because we're going to do a really fun little DIY. This was 99 cents at the thrift store. And I showed you guys when I was out thrifting, and I'm pretty sure you knew where I was at with this. And then if you remember, I've used the top part of this in another DIY. So I think we're going to use the bottom to make a little vessel here. So super easy. I'm going to paint, I'm going to trim, I'm going to trim, I'm going to take apart, and we're going to be done this so fast. So I think we'll paint first, and then we'll do the next part while we're waiting for the paint to dry. Okay, to turn this some sort of wire brush, must be a cleaning thing. I'm going to use some masking tape to make my line, because when I did my duster, my Dollar Tree duster one, I wished I had given myself some kind of guide. So, I mean, I think this is an easier said than done moment, but I think it's going to work. Because essentially, all I want it to do is allow me to cut up here without guessing all the way. So obviously the bottom is intact. We're going to just work our way up. Oh, I knew this was going to be messy. These are soft bristles, so I haven't put on any eye protection. Although potentially they could do some damage if it got in my eye. I'm cutting really slowly, not in a hurry for this. And as a result, they just seem to be falling down. They're not flying all over the place. Okay. Side one looks pretty good. So we'll flip it over. I might even be able to use the same piece of tape. Wow, how cheap am I? Messy. Oh my gosh, I think that might have worked out even better than I anticipated. Now for the vessel I'm putting it in, I think we have to trim it off just a tiny bit and make it shorter, but we'll see. Next plan. Hoping my side cutters will trim this off at the base. If not, I will go and find my Tim Swits. And by find, I mean go get them from where I left them the last time I used them. Woohoo! Okay, that works. Yay, more bristles. Okay, I think I'm going to just put a little dollop of hot glue on the end here, and hopefully that will stop them from falling off. And I will clean up again. We are so close to being finished this one. Here's what I'm going to do. We are going to glue a really cute star on top of our tree. I don't know if you can see this. There we go. So this is a pack of buttons that I have had forever. So I think I want to take off this little plastic tip and attach that. It's subtle, it's simple, but it will just finish off the top of the tree, just so. I will find that, goodness knows when. I also went and clipped off the back of that star, just so you can kind of see here, so that it would sit flat on here. And I'm going to turn it over so I can make sure that it's right in the middle and nice and even. I decided to go ahead and use the Fusion Stain and Finishing Oil in the driftwood to finish this off. And I think I dipped it once. It took absolutely nothing. You've got to try this out. And I think I'm absolutely crazy about this finish. We are just about there. I am crazy about this finish. Oh my goodness. I just noticed I left a fingerprint on it. Not cool. Fortunately, that hadn't set up and it's fixed. Okay, back to where we were. So I'm just going to cut this little piece of floral foam. I never have a knife around and I always end up using some bizarre tool to do this. We're going to drop a little bit of hot glue in the bottom. Ooh, I need to replace that. And slide it in. I like to do it so it's a real pressure fit, so the glue is just a little something something. Messy video. All right, I'm going to take a tiny little bit of this so soft moss and put it on top, and then I'm going to put the tree in through it. So when I put my glue on, I always make sure my glue goes around the outside and not in the middle. Pop that in there. I love this stuff. It's pretty. I was thinking Spanish moss for this one, and then I thought the green, because the tree isn't green, added kind of a pretty little Christmas moment. And then we're just going to put it right in the middle and push it all the way down. And then I like to pull it back out, put a little hot glue in the hole, and then put it right back in, but push it that little bit farther. Here we go. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. Let's go style this up. I just love it when you find an item that has absolutely nothing to do with the holiday season and absolutely nothing special, and you can turn it into something beautiful and simple for your home. I absolutely adore these early Christmas decor items, and you know what? These can stay out easily all winter. I really hope you guys enjoyed these. That's a wrap for today's video. Don't forget to come back next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It really tells YouTube that you're enjoying these videos. And don't forget to join me over on Instagram, where you'll see all my shenanigans from our daily lives. Thanks so much for stopping by, you guys. See you next time.